Alright, so we have our first sprint's progress on Slammer, and we'll start off by talking about our Steam page, so that's all set. Definitely go in there and wishlist the game, it would be much appreciated. You'll also notice that I updated our branding on YouTube, so that's looking a lot better, and you see the link is there to the Steam page as well, so again, definitely hop in there and wishlist the game. The next task I accomplished was moving the weapon settings from the actual weapon components to the inventory component. So if you notice last time, I actually had to change this stuff on both weapon components, but now they're both pulling from the same inventory component, so things are working a lot better now. Next up, I went into Blender and made some animations for when we have no weapon equipped. So we'll be able to see weapon swapping and all that happen. So as you can see, all it is a placement frame and then an equip and a holster animation, and that'll come into play later. Next up was importing my lower body animation pack that I bought quite some time ago and retargeting them to the base UE4 skeleton using the retargeting logic in Unreal. And the next half of that task, so to speak, is rotating the animations to make sure they are all facing forward because this pack wasn't made for a first person game, so I need to do all that manually. So you see just rotating, and I went through for all the crouch, walk, stand, and sprint animations and just made them all face forward, like so. Next up was getting the aim offset all configured. So as you can see, we have little offsets for the direction that the player is looking, and then it just kind of adjusts based on what the pitch value for the character is. And that brings us to our animation blueprint. So as you can see, we cache the upper body pose because we need it in two places. Then we move over to the third person, and we're just running that through the montage slot and then our aim offset. And then for first person, we don't need the aim offset. And then we blend by bool based on need third person. And then we get to the low light of the sprint, so to speak, where I accidentally deleted a whole bunch of plugin files that really screwed some things up. So I was a little panicked, but I ended up fixing it and we're moving on, and that's just kind of how life goes sometimes. But once that all got sorted out, I moved on to our attachment stats. And as you can see, they're basically just multipliers that will impact the base weapon stats. And yeah, they're all 1 for now, but I'll balance them out at some point. And then I have this weapon equip task where basically what I needed to do is make sure the attachment stats were all impacting the weapon stats as they should. And yeah, everything's looking good there as well. And then last but not least, we have our weapon swap task. So as you can see, that's all looking pretty good. I can cancel the swap, I can do a whole bunch of stuff, and this is all replicating across the network. So yeah, pretty happy with how the weapon swap came out after all this work. And then story points wise, I'm gonna take credit for last time's devlog and this devlog I'm recording now, obviously. And as you can see, we completed 29 story points, looking pretty good, not carrying anything over, which is also good. And in terms of the sprint grade, I'm going to give myself a solid B minus. I'm not really sure what an A would look like at this point, but it's definitely more than 29 story points. So we'll see if I can beat 29 next sprint. And yeah, I'm looking forward to keep working on this game and seeing where things are at in 2 weeks. So thank you so much as always for watching. Definitely like and subscribe because it really helps me out and encourages me to keep going. Also leave a comment to say what's up. And with all that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.